Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about my new Morgan jeans, and this is actually a project that I just talked about in my last video about the Seamwork Design Your Wardrobe program thing, and these are the first thing that I decided to make from that list. Funny enough, I was done with these jeans by the time I had actually recorded that video. I've just been like, I don't know, kind of behind with like social media stuff and whatever, like I don't know, sewing social media, but I'm finally getting around to talking about these jeans, and let me just say they're my new favorite pair of jeans. So yeah, these were actually the first pair of jeans that I made using my new sewing machine that I got, I guess, a few months ago, and so it was a lot easier than the other times I've made jeans before, which has been twice. Obviously just like the strength of my new machine is a lot better than my old one, so that really contributed to me being able to, I guess, do a good job with like top stitching and everything. Yeah, so I guess I'll just talk about them. This is some black Cone Mills denim, and I got it from La Mercerie. I saw that they had this denim in stock, and I was like, that is exactly the color of denim that I'm looking for these Morgan jeans. And I used the matte black denim hardware from Blackbird Fabrics, and I think it looks really cool. Honestly, like, I'm like, this looks cooler than me. Like, who am I to think that I can wear a pair of black jeans like this? Like, this looks so cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just really think they look pretty sweet. The top stitching that I use for most of it is a like a charcoaly gray color. It definitely stands out a little bit, which I like, but I also have some areas where I use black top stitching. Let me scoot in, see if you can see this a little bit. Gotta focus. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see that this is like, these lines of stitching here are gray, and then these are black. And I did a similar thing on the back pockets. So the top two rows are gray, and then around the pocket it's black. I just thought it added a little bit of interest, and I did actually have some black top stitching thread left over from whenever I made my my Cleo like overall dress thing from Tilling the Buttons. So yeah, that's basically what I did. The pockets are the Erin Dollar Arroyo linen cotton blend, and it looks so cute. I think the color looks nice with the black. Obviously there's black in that pattern, but I think it really works well. And that was left over from another project that I worked on, so hooray for not having to buy anything new. Yeah, so the little denim patch right here, or not denim, what am I saying? Leather patch, that's just from like Joann's or whatever. Most like craft stores will have leather pieces for people who do stuff like that. Yeah, I really like these jeans. I did an interesting little bar tack on the sides, and I think it looks cool. The funny thing is, I was like looking for ideas for like cool things I could add to these jeans to make them unique or whatever on Pinterest, and I didn't find that many ideas, but I remembered that there was a pair of jeans, I think it was from like the official photos from the closet case, what's that shirt called? The Astor shirt? Or the blouse, I guess. And the model was wearing like the Astor shirt, obviously, and then was wearing these jeans that had like a little cross bar tack thing. And then I was like, I wonder where those jeans are from, or if they made them or whatever. I was like, but I'm gonna copy it. And then I, like, within the past 2 weeks, whenever I've been wearing these jeans, I learned about this brand called Iowa Jean and Willie, I think is what it's called. But they have denim jeans, obviously, and they do that little little plus sign or whatever for the Bartek on the side. And I was like, oh, I bet you that's where those jeans are from. So that was kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, I think these turned out really, really well. I'm so happy that I took my time to get them to look nice. I think one of the things that's like always really difficult is getting that waistband to line up, and I think I did an alright job with that. I also recorded a little bit of me actually inserting the hardware because somebody actually commented. I don't remember who it was. Should I look it up? I can do that real quick. I think it was on my Lander Pants video. Sally Dingle is the name. So she said that she wanted me to go over how I put in my jeans hardware, and just for the record, I follow other people's tutorials for that, but I did record a video and I will be putting that in at the end of this one so you can see that. So yeah, I really love this pair of jeans. They definitely turned out really well, and I'm glad that I took my time, made sure like all the top stitching lined up right here. I don't think the one here lined up perfectly. Yeah, like the crotch kind did not, or the crotch seam did not line up perfectly, but nobody's gonna see that, so I don't care. Yeah, so I'm really excited to finish up my next few things, and I guess I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye! Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how I install jeans hardware. That's going to include the jeans buttons and the rivets. And just before I get started, I did not come up with this method. I actually got it from Closet Case Patterns, from the blog that she has, and yeah, it's pretty easy to follow, but I actually got a request to do this, so I'm recording it now. And you know, it's kind of nice to have like a visual representation of what you should do, even like, I don't know. It can be a little bit easier to follow a video than like a written tutorial, so I totally understand that. So to start out with, I'm going to just take my jeans. I already have my buttonhole. There we go, I had to focus it. So I already have my buttonhole, and it's already cut open. I'm going to make sure that the post of the denim button is all the way on this end, because if you think about the waistband, it's going to pull out this way, and you want your buttonhole or your button to be in the farthest end of your buttonhole on this side, just so that it doesn't, like, I don't know, get any wider than you want. That's kind of what you expect. So I'm just going to try to mark that spot with this white pencil, because I've got black denim, and then I have a pretty light marking on my denim. And what we need to do next is create a hole. And usually you'd use an awl, but I actually don't have an awl. I do have this really tiny crochet hook though, and it is like super, super fine. I think it was like from my grandma or my great-grandmother or something. And I can actually poke a hole with this through the weave. So it works pretty well as an awl. I mean, before I thought about using this, I was actually just using an X-Acto blade, but the problem with that is that it actually cuts the threads and it kind of ruins the structural integrity of your fabric a little bit. So it's a little bit better just to do that. You know, use like an awl or something that will push the threads apart rather than cut them. So I have the post inserted. I mean, there's not really much I can do to change it around at this point, but I'm just double checking to make sure it fits. And then you actually want to take your button and then put it on the post. I have just a cutting board right here. You don't want anything super, super hard, just because the actual buttons are a little bit delicate. They're not like super delicate because they're obviously jeans buttons. And so I have the post right there, and I'm just going to hammer it I would do less than you expect that you need to begin with, just because if you hammer it too much, then the button can like bend, like it can get a little bit messed up. I think that's pretty decent. And then I'll button this together. This is black on black, so the camera's gonna have a hard time picking that up. But yeah, that looks really good. I think that looks nice. And then next I'm gonna do some rivets. And I don't do my rivets on my cutting board. I use my cast iron skillet for these. So I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And then I also like to put a paper towel down, or not a paper towel, like a dishcloth down, just so it dampens the sound a little bit and protects my counter. You're not hammering super hard, so I wouldn't be concerned about it breaking your counter or anything. But you do want to obviously be cautious about that. Okay, so I already have a hole in here. I'm just going to go ahead and put my rivet post in there, and this can go behind there. So, I don't know if you can see this, but it is a little bit too long for the hole, or for the material, so I'm gonna have to snip this off a little bit, and I have some wire cutters for that. You want to be careful though, because since you're cutting something like that's relatively, I don't know, it will snap off, you need to be careful. So I'm gonna go grab a sweater, and then I'm gonna put it over top while I cut, just so nothing flies out and tries to like hits me in the eye or anything. You can also just wear glasses or like a protective goggles whenever you do this, but I just cut it inside of something. Maybe I'll just grab a bag. Yeah, I'll just use this like reusable grocery bag that I have. You just want to be careful. You don't want to injure yourself. And even though it's kind of unlikely, you still want to be careful. Okay, so I'm just gonna clamp down for now, and then I'll put this over top while I actually try to squeeze and cut it. Just make sure you be careful. Wait, did it? Okay, that didn't cut it. Okay, so also some rivets are you know, every rivet you get is going to be a little bit different. These ones were pretty soft, so I didn't have to worry too much about those. You don't want it to be completely flush with your fabric. You want it to stick up. You do want it to stick up to a certain degree, but it should only be a couple of millimeters, I think. Not like half a centimeter or something. That was a little extreme how much it had before. And then you want to press this on. Yeah, it's black on black, so it's really hard to see with the camera. But, whoops. Okay, so I put the actual rivet side down, just like the button. Yeah, so there is my first rivet. Yay! I'm gonna put rivets on either side here, and then on the coin pocket, and I think that's it. Maybe, yeah, here too. So yeah, that's how I install my jeans hardware. Like I said, I have just followed tutorials from people who know more than I do, but this is just a nice visual representation of how I follow that. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!